Okay, now we're going to add harmonic material to this composition. And what I mean by that are specifically chords and what the chord progression and changes are going to be for the entire song. Um, Specifically, we have like a verse and a chorus section, so we're going to make different kinds of chords to elaborate on those changes to make distinct harmonic changes between the different sections of the song. We're going to take just a simple guitar tone and transform that into an affected guitar pad kind of tone. And by pad, I mean that I can play one chord and it'll have a lot of rhythmic delays and reverb to create like this airy kind of effect to it. So let's start out and try to put this together. Let's click on the only device we have, the Octorex, and go to Create Audio Track. And now in that audio track, first of all, let's name that Guitar Pad. There you go. And let's put the guitar pad over in this third rack. So we have a rack for our sends, then we have a rack for our instruments, and then a rack for our tracks. Alright, so let's go to guitar pad and open it up, and then you go to show insert effects. And in this section right here, we are going to create a bunch of different tones. We're going to start out and create a pulverizer as the first signal in our chain. Then let's go to send that into a phaser. And then let's send that into an alligator filter gate to create some of those rhythmic effects I was talking about. And then let's send that into the line 6 guitar amp. And then let's send that into the echo. And then finally we will send that into an RV7000. So I've created the devices. Now I want to modify that to get to the appropriate tone. And I'm going to just play really big block chords, like all whole notes. So first thing, I need to enable a track so that I can actually record, that I can hear tones and audition this. So on my audio interface, in this case it's a propeller heads balance, I'm going to enable input 1 to be guitar, and automatically you can see I have a guitar sound. What I'm going to also do is tune up at this point. Okay, so you can hear it sounds wild and crazy, it just sounds really far away. So let's adjust the tones a little bit. Let's start out, and I want to clean the sound up by turning the squash for the compression really far down. And I'll also affect the dry wet signal and turn that up to let's say 1 o'clock. Now on the phaser, let's set that resonance, the feedback of the phaser, to 47, which is roughly 11 o'clock. Now for the alligator triple filtered gate, we're going to first of all put that to pattern 2, And we are also going to turn up the dry volume to almost 12 o'clock. And for the other sounds, we can turn this up a little bit. Now for the Brit drive, we want to turn the drive pretty far down. And also, let's turn the cabinet simulation to 1968 flip top. Okay? Now for the echo. Let's put the delay time. It's fine. The feedback, though, let's turn that up quite a bit. And turn on the diffusion, as well as turn up a little bit of resonance on the filter. And take the dry, wet output down to 50%. And finally, for the RV7000, take the dry, wet knob and move that down a little bit. And take the high EQ all the way up and the high frequency damp all the way down. So this will bring you to a tone that's like this. So it's a basic kind of tone, but it's still rich and really will add a lot to this song. The rhythms that occur in it are very, very nice, and that's because of the alligator filter gate. One other thing that I would like you guys to do, though, to make that alligator filter gate pop nicer, let's go over to the regroove mixer and move the shuffle down quite a bit to like 56%, and that's going to affect the shuffle parameter on that rhythm, okay, that rhythm gate. So now for this song. So we have like a 5-minute song roughly. So what I'm hearing is that it starts out in F minor, just playing like this. Just continues like that. So what I'm doing specifically, if I'm playing in the key of F minor, the introduction is just exploring the tonic, the root note. Then the first chord is the one chord in the key of F minor. And then I just play an F minor 9. So we take that third back to the second or the ninth. And then I play the 7 chord within the key, in the key of F minor, that's E flat major. And then I just put the C on the bottom of that to make a the 5 chord in the key, which is not dominant or major, but just the minor 5 chord. And that's C minor 7. Okay, so those are the chords I'm using. Once it comes in. Okay, and that's for the verse section and a good portion of the song. The next section, and we'll call this the chorus section, goes to the 6th chord in the key of F minor, which is D flat major, and then we're going to play that as a D flat major 7. And then it goes to a G flat major 7, which is actually out of the key. Okay, this is within that key. It's a flat 2. Normally the 2 would be the G diminished or half diminished, but in this case we're playing that flatted as a major 7. Okay, G flat major 7. So it's kind of an interesting chord progression there for the chorus. And then that just leads back to the verse. Okay, that's going to carry us through it a little bit. Let's just hear what that sounds like in context. Okay, so that's basically the vibe through the whole song until we get to the bridge. And the bridge is going to go up to A flat major, which is the 3 chord. And then I'm going to play around with a 4 chord relationship, and they're all each one is in a new key. Okay, the way that I look at this chord progression is the chord progression is A flat major 7 to E major 7 to D flat major 7, then to A major 7, and then just repeats. Now the interesting thing about those chords is that they all share a note in common. They're all derived from the A flat root note. So if I show you maybe on a different patch, let me just bypass a few of these effects. Now, if we do inversions of major 7th arpeggios, for instance, like this is an A flat major 7th arpeggio, and then this is the second, for the first inversion of it, okay, where it just starts in the 3rd, and then this is the second inversion of it, starting on the 5th, and then finally you would have the 3rd inversion of it, starting on the 7th. Now I'm just playing all of those off of the same fret, so I'm playing to this, to this, to this. So what I really like about keeping that common tone is it helps ground the chord progression. It just holds on to that one thing. It's like an anchor between all these other chord changes that are moving. So I've always really liked the sound of that, and would play that again and like as an arpeggio exercise like I just did before. I've always liked that sound. So that's pretty much it for the bridge. Now to get out of the bridge, at the very end of it, I play a dominant 7 chord in the key of F. That would be off the 5, so I play a C7. And then at the very end, I don't. I play the 3 chord as a major 7 chord, so the A flat major at the end, and then I do throw in a sharp 11 on that at one point. So let's check out the whole chord progression together just to see how it sounds. I'll enable these effects again. one thing that's really important here is the difference between the harmonic rhythm of the verse and of the chorus. You'll notice that the verses change every bar. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3. Then the chorus goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. So, you know, the harmonic rhythm goes half as long. So that kind of thing in terms of chords of entire different sections of music is very powerful, just to go from one section to another where the harmonic rhythm is moving faster in one section than another section. So that kind of phrasing is important to keep in mind. Anyways, thinking about chords this way in a song structure is very, very important. So I hope you guys learned something from this lesson. Let's go to the next lesson now and add bass to it.